In the last episode of Mob Psycho, we actually had Mob come to terms with what it means to use his powers, when and where, for what purpose. Who is he fighting for? And we got a glimpse of what Mob could turn out like. A puppet being used for any sort of goal. It's lucky, though, that Reagan's the one who found him. And with spirits now not being instrumentally evil, having their own lives to live out. How's that going to play into the big picture? Let's find out. What should we do, Dimple? I think they actually... Yeah, they're fighting someone who actually has some power here. So, early on stages of Dimple's life. Before he was taken in as a pet. So the one that is wiping out his friends, I'm guessing is actually going to play quite a role in this episode. I would like to have a bit more of the other pupils in the school and the Body Improvement Club show a bit more. Because it's mentioned him, he's part of the club, they still look out for him, but... And how long is it going to be before we actually delve back into the characters that it set up in the first season? I wonder what I'd look like with holographic foil effect. Of course. Well, of course, it's cheaper than a taxi. He'll pay for the taxi, he'll say that he took a taxi, but... Nice. Space isn't really at a premium here. They're all psychics or frauds or con men or all of the above. They've gathered everyone here. President of the Spiritual Medium Union. Then why don't you go and check out this dragger, see where they are. Oh wait, it's that guy. He was one of the ones from the first season. Can't remember what he did. Did he have like spiritual Pokemon? Was it that guy? Quite the reveal. I'm sure she could hear the wall rising, though. Even if it was behind a one-way, two-way mirror. Is this an actual spirit possessing, or just an overprotective father thinking that something is wrong? Special reward, you say? Looks like this is the job for the #1 psychic in the area. What is this bonus going to be? Just what? An extra serving of noodles or something? I can see these psychics have their own way of dealing with problems. So he's doing the same kind of thing. Same kind of thing that happened in No Game No Life with the rock paper scissors. But rather than all the psychics going in, maybe Reagan can actually glean a bit of information first before anyone suspicious walks in. Ah, immediately backtracking on, no, I never. So, immediately turning the situation on its head, is it like what was it, Munchausen? Where he thinks there's something wrong with her and is trying to prove it. Ah, that's a red flag. Reagan not showing any response there. Well, you jump to that conclusion quickly. And what? But what does Reagan have to say about it, or even Mob? Why are they all changing into the bears? Immediately on being a contrarian there. But a con man would actually be able to read people, yes. I thought he was just trying to get rid of them so he can take the money for himself, but no, actually. Oh, yeah, he didn't. If you needed more evidence there that everything is not deja vu. Yeah, as soon as Reagan started exposing what was going on. Please get out of that girl. Hmm? Is this all of their various attempts? Oh, that one works. Uh, how have they survived this long with that being their powers, their uh, skills? You know, he can probably sense what's going on. Run away. Daisy? What, the original psychic? How old is Reagan? So he was a celebrity psychic. I was about to say, is this the same day that... That is quite the other side from a TV psychic. Right. So we had a fun life. The pulsing textures. We haven't seen strong Dimple, really. Immediately. Oh, I'm sorry. He is not here to exercise you, but that was rather detailed for Mob. Huh? Okay. Celebrity psychic turned assassin who has lost everything. Okay. Run! Ah, he took my advice. And how are you so sure? Whoa. Okay. Oh. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of damage there. So you can actually not really going to hold back. I'm sure if this was any other kind of show, a lot of those psychics would be dead. Yeah, get on my level kind of thing. The ever powerful Salt. Yeah, yeah, he did well. Quite sprightly for an old man. The best way to exercise anything. Out of this room of people with limited power to some power, is Reagan really the best out of all of them? I'm sure there's a part of her that might be there, but I'm not sure you're hugging the big evil spirit is really gonna do much. is when I was saying about killing the psychics there, I didn't actually think they'd go ahead and, and basically do it. As good as Mob is there anything that he can actually do in this situation? Well, without being, yeah, his explosion. That was a good intermission. I am very One day I'm sure his hold there is going to be effective, but yeah, where are you going with this? Because it's not his body, he doesn't care. Oh, crunch. So Mob has to, yeah, he has to drop his hold on it, or he'll rip her apart. Ping, 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 ping. He knows it's not safe hiding behind a pillar. Is he hiding from the evil spirit or Mob? If it if it was that effective, then setting him up to be this grand psychic who is becoming an evil spirit. Mm. And well, they did well holding him off for 0.2 of a second. We can hang out forever and ever and ever. Yeah, be careful with your wording, but yes. Oh, that's kind of clever, actually, using something that's been dropped in an earlier episode. Mob's seen it once. Why can't he do it? I'm sure he'd jump at that chance. He's gonna start squatting in his body, not gonna give it back. And how do you intend? Just willingly lose consciousness? Huh? Ooh. That's interesting. He's obtained enlightenment. Not even Reagan's almighty kick can do much. Did he protect his head from slamming into the ground? Small little details like that. Bakeme. I do like when Dimple gets a hold of a little bit of action. And Mob's body can actually move. All that time in the Body Improvement Club really kind of helped out. Yep, think of all the money. Well, that would be the end of the show, and there's no point just immediately going to violence. Why not try and talk it out first? So he still sees himself as in his heyday. And Mob is just himself, not even clothed. Okay. It seems in this world, Mob can let go a bit. I don't know. Have we been told that? Well, yeah. Ooh. And Mob is, well, he doesn't really wear his emotions on his sleeve, does he? But he purposefully holds them back. These are some fancy visuals. Ugh. Probably the latter. The thing is, negative emotions, I feel like positive emotions are stronger, but negative ones linger and can overwrite everything that you're going through that's positive very quickly. Because we dwell on them. Huh? Why is he now waking up in bed? So now what is his life going to be without being a psychic? Interesting. Especially, he's still got his friend group. Mob has been quite reserved in using his powers anyway, so apart from when spirits and whatnot are involved, I don't think his life is gonna change all too much. But is it setting up more emotional growth for Mob now? Living the life of an ordinary person without his powers, without having that kind of almost burden, I guess. This this is going to be a fun battle, and whether or not he's actually going to be able to. What was he going to spend that bonus on? See, that's what they're going to do. And now that that entire room of psychics have actually seen Reagan correctly diagnose someone, are they going to recognize his abilities now? Probably not. But now there's the external battle going on with Reagan, Ichabod, Mob, the girl, and the internal one in the mental world. And from that small bit of preview, I'm guessing it's going to show all the bad sides of that girl and what she's done, and going to question Mob as to whether or not saving her is in everyone's best interests. Would he still save someone who actively is a bit of an arsehole? But what a great team they make. Mob knows spirits, psychic abilities, exercising them, reaching a possibly insurmountable potential. And Reagan knows scams, cons, people, and how to read them. So where one falters, the other can pick up the slack. But once again, some of the visuals in this, just lovely. But what's the betting that after this, Reagan's not really going to get paid? That'd be too easy. But if you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more, you best let me know. Several ways to do it. If you're watching on YouTube, you should know, I shouldn't have to tell you. But if you want to check the description, there's some links to other things as well. One of which being my Discord, where there's some discourse going on. Not all of it helpful. But with emotions being the driving force behind powers, which one is Mob's? And now that he's becoming more open to sharing his emotions and more human, is he just becoming scarier? Time will tell. I'll see you there. My patrons have paid for my services of exorcism for long enough. Unfortunately, it's not quite where my skill set resides. I'm much more in the terrible YouTube video territory. So if you don't want to waste your money on con men, scammers, and, well, people with just some very snazzy dress sense, then consider joining onto my Patreon as well. And I need to thank Sal, Raywin, Electrican, Tavia, Shiwan, Mecca, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Matt, Rasmus Paulson, Girly, Dimlet927, ASD, Doug Show 7899, and everyone else. Just don't rely on me for any of your ghostly needs.